Guys, I don't know if I'm live. Nowadays, I start the stream and it just looks like it's dead for a minute, and then I'm like, is it going or not? I don't know. Okay, it pops up. So now it's working. Welcome to watching Ethereum live with Great Scott the Gamer, where the only thing we don't do is watch Ethereum live. If you're children, this show is not for you. Go to bed. For the rest of you, welcome. I'm thinking about moving this to 10 p.m. Willy Wonka, what up? I'm thinking about moving this to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time just because it seems like a lot of people end up jumping on at like 10 o'clock. I used to think that if I started at 9, like it would just start ramping up around 10 o'clock, and that's why people were jumping around at 10 o'clock. Josef Martinez, what up? But I'm thinking maybe it's just because people are available at 10 o'clock. So I might just bump it to 10 o'clock. It'll just be a little bit later for some of you in anybody who's watching from like Europe. It'll probably be like what, 3 o'clock in the fucking morning or some crazy shit. Ooh, pass on that. I bought another mining rig. I did. I bought one. I don't regret it. I bought 6 2070s and all the parts I need to make another one. And it was $9,500 all in. Okay? Melinda, welcome back. I was just explaining how my rig is making some money. Okay? It's making money. It's working. I've fucking done it. Oh, I forgot to say, GG, what up? I forgot to say anything that, I say can and will be used against you in the court of law and all that fucking shit. So, this is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Yeah, I have one miner. My one miner is mining ETH. And it's mining at 167 mega hashes per second. Fuck yeah. It's been running solid. It's been running so solid. Oh my gosh. I mean, this, I guess this up and down is normal. But look at here. We're up at 180 right here. And over here we had 199 mega hash per second. I didn't even think it could do that. But I'm like, really pumped. Stale shares is going up a little bit. This is the most stale shares I've ever had in I don't know. I haven't been doing it that long, so I don't know if that's a lot, to be honest. I bought a rig. I got it up and running. One ETH. So this particular rig, 4 months. This rig takes 4 months to make it 1 ETH. So if 1 ETH is worth $2,000 and it takes 4 months, then it's basically making $500 a month. And that would be good. If this made $500 a month, I'd be really fucking happy with that. I'd be real happy. Right now it's poised to be making like 380 or something. 368 right now. Thank you, Melinda. Yes, please do give that guy a like. 3 thumbs up. Boom, boom, boom. Call it, okay? I'm so pumped about this. I ordered all the parts. I received them all. I put them all together into a box. Ran this thing. Played with the BIOS. Played with the software settings into Microsoft. Loaded an OS onto a blank computer, Microsoft. Got all the GPUs working, 6 of them, and that's more to it than you think. Opened my connection with the pool. Opened and edited and updated a batch file. Changed my VRAM settings. Did this, that, and the other thing. Put it all together. I have a running mining rig that's mining a quarter of an Ethereum a month. I'm so pumped. The price on that was about $7,500. I'm so pumped about that. I have a feeling of accomplishment. I've never built a computer. I've never built anything like that. I've been looking at it for years. I've been especially interested in it recently. I was interested in it in 2013 when they said it was too late, and in 2018 when they said it was too late, and now they're telling me it's too late again in 2021, and I'm like, I don't care. I don't care if it's too late. I'm doing it anyway. I'm not listening to people who never succeeded. Listen, I was telling a buddy at work, I was like, I spent my whole life listening to people that never succeeded. Never succeeded. Why did I ever listen to the advice from a single person who didn't succeed? Why would I do that? I did that my whole life and it never occurred to me. Don't ever take advice from somebody who's not successful. Why would you ever do that? Like, if you want to be successful in something, in that field, then model yourself after people who are masters and successful in that field, okay? If you want to be successful in this career, or this job, or in this writing, or in acting, or in singing, or in playing some particular game, or winning some particular thing, like, don't take advice from your parents unless your parents are successful masters in those things. Otherwise, they're going to act like they know something. Maybe they should have said, I don't fucking know anything about that. Don't listen to me. You know how many parents are giving advice on real estate? They don't fucking know anything about real estate. They don't know anything about investing. They don't know anything about investing or real estate or anything. So when they go to start telling you how they did it, all you have to know is that they didn't do it. They didn't do a good job at all. They were able to save enough money to just survive in retirement, and like, that's not successful. If you want to achieve something, you have to model your behaviors to that thing. And if, like, for example, you have friends who have no money, they have no career, they have no prospects, they have no experience, and they're giving you advice about how to invest in Robinhood on penny stocks, why the fuck would you listen to your loser friend who has nothing, who's giving you advice about penny stocks in Robinhood? I'm not saying that that's for all of us. I'm not saying that's like me or my friends or your friends, but I'm just saying, like, in general, we have to model our behaviors after people that do the things that we are trying to become masters of. Don't ask your friends and your parents for advice on things they're not successful at. That's all I'm saying. And if any of you are friends or family of this, it's not about you. Okay. ADA. This is ADA. Like I said, we don't watch Ethereum here, folks. It has been running. It had a nice 1 hour. This is like a nice 1 hour right here. This is when I said to get in. So the VWAP was crossing here. Double green candlestick. We had a green buy dot on the 1 hour here. We had the MACD turning upwards into a green section. All very bullish things. And it's been doing okay. Could have done better, but it's gone up a little bit. So let's say you got in here. I mean, you'd be up 2%. So that's great. I'll take 2% all day. Anyway, I had a list of things. You know what I was thinking? I have a list of things that I want to say and talk about, and I continuously forget those things. Like, all day long, I'll be thinking of something, and I'll be like, "Oh my gosh, they would love to hear about that," or "I should tell them about that," and then by the time I get on, it's like completely lost it, and it's good stuff. I almost feel like I should carry around like a thing and just like a notepad, and then write down things that like come up. Like, if I watch the BitBoy videos, and I watch a couple of videos. Oh yeah, now I know. There was one video I watched today. BitBoy did oh, what is this? Oh dear. BitBoy did an interview on was it this one? Don't worry about this right here. Don't worry about this one here, okay? It's not what it looks like.
Where is Bitcoin heading to?
Oh, I don't want to play that. Like, I can't play that. What up, KB? Abel, Mars, welcome. Made a nice little profit on ADA. Yeah, ADA's going to be nice. If it's super bullish over the next couple of months, like, if you get in, it's little risk because it's going to be up. You know, you don't have to, like, take a loss ever. And, like, not taking a loss is super important. Okay, so here, BitBoy had an interview with this guy, and the best part about the interview is when this guy does his analysis of Bitcoin here. So go on BitBoy's thing here. I will copy this. I'll put it into the chat. Go and watch this guy's analysis of Bitcoin, which is really good. Right on. So we got another rig. Cost me $9,500. It's got 6 2070s. Most of the almost all the other components are the same. I ordered the same motherboard. I ordered the same power supply unit, the same CPU. It's just plug and play, baby. I'm gonna do the same exact thing again. What up, Resurrect? And I'm building another rig. I built one. I put 7,500. It was more than 7,500. It was probably over 8,000. So 7,500 to 8,000, and then 9,500 to 1,000. So it's basically $2,000 more. One is 1070 Ti's and one is 2070s. Oh, Resurrect. Yeah, I don't know, man. You could hit the bell 3 times. Boom, boom, boom. And then just it's a wrap after that. I got another rig. So I got like 20 grand into rigs right now. I'm hoping to get like $800 to $900 a month on these rigs. If I'm lucky. I doubt. I mean, that would be fucking insane. $800 a month in passive income? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you? Oh, come on. What the fuck? $800 a month, guys. On a $20 on a 20K loan. Think about this. If you were going to do a $20,000 loan that you were going to give somebody and then get $800 back a month on that indefinitely, that's a 100% buy situation. 100% buy. The loan for a $20,000 loan doesn't cost $800 a month. You're always in profit. It's like a 38% interest loan, basically. I can take out, like, if things keep going. Can I resurrect? Are you trying to trick me into giving you guys a wallet address so you can steal my money? Because I'm not sure if I'm using my public wallet or a private wallet or not for my mining pool wallet address, to be honest. No, I mean here. This is it. This is mine right here, and I will post this, I think. This is it, right? This is the one you can see. This is it. Is it okay for you guys to see this? this my, is this my public one or not? I hope it's the one that you guys are able to see. Go to ethermine.org. Ethermine.org. Go and then put in the miner address, and then put in the address I just put in there, and then you can see my 6 NVIDIA 1070 Ti build that is farming some shit. It's farming some shit. It's so awesome. If this thing makes $400 a month, that'd be a riot. If I get the other one and the other one's making $500 a month, that would be $900 a month. You fucking shitting me? Yeah, and that is the current price and transaction volume for Ethereum. If it goes up, baby. I'm so pumped about it. Like, I'm more excited about that than investing in crypto these days. That guy, what up? I built this machine, and I haven't posted the video yet because I fucking hate video editing, which is why I do streaming instead of quirky, funny videos where the thing zooms in at certain, and I say something, and then it like makes a funny icon or some shit. Like, I don't have an editor, and I don't like editing, and I don't have time for editing. That's why I do streaming instead. Lazy as fuck. That's the thing. So anyway, I have a lot of video and a shot of me building the rig, and the rig looks fucking pro. It looks nice. I'm gonna lie. It looks good. It's working. It's working. We are farming at 120 mega hash per second. Pretty quiet, I'd say. Beautiful machine. All those plastic parts. Look at the fucking ETH hash just flying like a motherfucker, dude. Oh, it's fun. It's exciting. All those brackets were all 3D printed by my buddy. He hand designed the whole case, cut the plexiglass, tapped it. He cut all the brackets, all the plastic pieces. He 3D printed all of that. Oh man, yeah, guy's a genius. Anyway, I don't know what I'm gonna do with the second one because we don't have time for that, and I don't know if I want him or me to spend the time with trying to do that really nice setup that he made. I just want to do cheaper setups, something not as nice, something just cheap and quick. I don't want to be, 3D printing custom awesome frames. Not right now. Like maybe at one day. Like, I don't know what the situation would be, but let's see. All right, we didn't look at Ethereum yet. We did not look at Ethereum yet. We should. Oh, Ethereum's looking delicious. Oh yeah, that's a nice, nice. Oh, that's real nice. Oh yeah, baby. Got a VWAP crossover. We got MACD crossover. Well, we got. Where's my moving averages, baby? What the fuck? Where's my motherfucking moving averages? Oh, I know what happened. Okay. Let's just hide this one for now. So with a free account, you only get 3 different indicators. So like you can do the VWAP here, you can do the MACD here, and then I want to do double MA cross indicator. So we have indicator built in, moving average, 2-line cross, and we had that here. So I actually have this. I actually have this timed wrong. Don't look at this. I have this timed for a very specific thing. Not that great anyway. But anyway. $5 a day? Yep. I saw a video of a place that had laptops that were able to farm Ethereum at a good enough rate that it was worthwhile to do this. What up, Mr. Yoshi? They took the laptops, they set them up, turned them on, got them running, and then put it down like a TP. And then you walk into the room and there's like hundreds of laptops on the floor, on the tables, and they're just all TP'd. Laptop. Like somebody bought, 100, 200 laptops, and then their farm was just laptops. Because the price of GPUs is so high, you can just get a laptop and farm with that now. Daniel, what up? I am loving it, and not just because it seems to be profitable, but because I've wanted to mine for so long, and I love looking for parts on Newegg and Best Buy and Amazon and other things, and I love building the machine, and it's working. It's fucking working. Building a machine that mines cryptocurrency and it works. Guys, it's so far outside of my experience that I really have this really great sense of accomplishment getting that running, to the point where I doubled down on my investment and bought another machine last night. So we will see. It seems to be profitable. I mean, if I make $400 a month on this machine and I put in, let's say, $8,000, that would be 20 months, so less than 2 years to pay itself off. But if you were trying to pay it off, and if Ethereum prices didn't increase at all, worst case scenario, and I just think it would be probably, if Ethereum goes up high enough over the next several months, that it will be paying itself off within a year. I'm hoping it pays itself off within a year. That's the hope. I'd say worst case scenario, 2 years. Daniel, I searched high and low for hours and hours, and I just kept researching and researching. Like search for every GPU, 2060, 2070, every type of model of a 2060, 2070, 2080, 3070, 3080, 3090, even the 1070, the 1080, the 1080 Ti's, everything. Well, KB, I don't know if I can help you with a wife that can, a wife machine that says yes and has a job. But I believe the Japanese are working on that, so that'll be good. So I have bought a second machine of 2070s. My first machine is 1070 Ti's, and this second machine, even though it's only 2,000 more, should be quite a bit more hash. So I'm really excited about that. I think all in all, I'll be under $20,000 in, and I should be getting, if I'm lucky, $900 a month to go towards it. So, and the cost of a $20,000 loan is like, half that. Guys, who watches Joe Rogan, huh? Oh, I could watch this all day. I could sit here and watch this fucking thing all day. I really could. I have an object that's basically printing money. I have an object in my home that runs and makes money for me. It doesn't. I just heard a giant bang in my house, and I'm wondering if the robbers came in through the second floor window or if my wife just fell and broke her neck. I'm hearing some movement up there, so I'm thinking she's not saying like, help me. And if she was, I'd be like, hello. Yeah, Rogan did move to Austin, and everyone's saying it's the best place ever. They're saying that it's the best combination of freedom and, what's the other word? Progressiveness, freedom and progression. You have like the freedom of Texas in a red state, but in a blue city that respects freedom, guns, freedom of speech and rights and shit, but also social freedoms and equality and helping others and things like that. Anyway. Yeah, I've seen. So I don't know. I mean, I've seen hundreds of Joe Rogan interviews. I pretty much would listen to him if I ever go to drive to work. I'm turning it on. KB, you're in Austin. Yeah, so the weather's good, right? The barbecue's good. Now all of a sudden they have all this culture. They got comedy clubs. They got music clubs. They got everything. Like, it's the place to fucking be. Gotta be honest. If I was having millions of dollars, I'd probably buy a little bit of land in Austin, because I think that's a good bet right now. Austin is like the next LA. Austin is the next New York. Like, it's the next Miami, whatever it is. It's blowing up. It's going to be a once-in-a-century migration of Americans going to Austin. 20 years from now, Austin will be 3 times bigger. It'll be huge. KB, and you're right there. If I were you, man, get yourself a couple of properties. Do what you got to do. People are going to want to come in. They're going to want to rent. They're going to pay high rent because there's not going to be enough housing available. It's going to be profitable. And then flipping land. You buy land now, 5 years from now, it's going to be worth twice as much. And I know it doesn't seem like a lot in the crypto world, but in realty, to double. Imagine if you had a house that was worth $200,000, and then 5 years from now it was worth $400,000. You would have hit the fucking jackpot on house value increases if that happened to you. In crypto, it's like, so what? Hey, it doubled in price in 5 years. That's nothing. Crypto puts everything into a strange perspective, where I no longer have acceptance of a 7% interest rate increase on average on the Dow. Like, you put your stocks in, and they like get 7% on average increase, and then you're happy with that. But it's like, after getting real exposure to crypto, it's like, is that good enough though? Is it really? Okay, that's a nice ugly little marks. It might be slowing down. It might be time to double check my ADA. No, I mean, we did have, oh man, I'm doing this and I'm missing out on couple of things. I'm missing out on a couple of, I could have jumped out at the top on ADA a little bit better there. Oh man. It went up to 1.24. Then I went ahead and missed that. Darn it all. trying to decide whether or not I think it's going to go back up. Having negative feelings because it looks like we should be going down here. I should just jump out now. It's not going back up. Alright, Ada. Did you make me any money on this trade? Let's see where we're at. Not shit. Yeah, I didn't jump out at the peak because I was doing this, and I would have jumped out quite a bit better. I would have jumped out at exactly 1.24, and I lost 0.72% on leverage, which was like 3 times leverage on 0.72% is 2 and 1%, and so I basically lost 2.1% additional gains that I did not pull off the table before the downturn, because I'm sitting here doing this with you guys. So if somebody wants to make up for that loss that I just had, there's a link in the description. You can be a Patreon and support me, and I would say thank you and God bless you, and I would send you love notes, and maybe something would happen, and maybe one day, we're alone and it's dark and we both forget that, we're in relationships, and, who knows what happens next. Let's get wild. Let's get fucking wild. Forget that I said all that. Okay, I'm going to delete this. I'm not going to save this on the YouTube channel. Okay, so it looks like Ethereum is taking a little break-a-rooney. Yeah, that's a nice little 180 there. Yeah, I'm really bullish on Bitcoin, actually, for a number of reasons. I used to really, I don't want to say disrespect, but I used to disrespect day trading Bitcoin, because Bitcoin has a lot of value for trading for a number of ways, but I didn't think day trading was the thing. But you can trade Bitcoin on a lot of leverage. So even though it may only move 2%, you could do 5 times leverage, and then that would be a 10% move. So it's really not that much different. And if you get better at what up, Taha? And if you get better at watching the Bitcoin chart, you're better at watching all the other charts. And once Bitcoin becomes even less volatile, its chart reading will become even more predicting, right? So right now, chart reading concepts only work so well with an environment that's so volatile. But when Bitcoin does it 5 times from here, let's say we're at 100, 200, 300,000, 500,000, it won't fluctuate by 20%. It's not going to go from 500. It's not going to go from 400,000 to 300,000. It's not going to drop. Right now, we can have a 25% drop, like we just did. It was nothing, right? But when it's up at 400,000, I don't think it could drop down to 300,000 very easily, just because of the sheer volume of the amount of money it would take. It would take incredible amount of money to once Bitcoin is at $10 trillion, for example. Imagine how much money you'd have to take out to change it by 10%, right? 10% of 10 trillion is a trillion. you'd need to take out the entirety of $1 trillion of Bitcoin to move it 10%. So it's not going to be jumping around 20 and 30%. There's just going to be too much money in it. And that may be the next bull run. I don't know if that'll be this bull run. I think if we start accomplishing stuff like that in this bull run, the bear market that will last 2 years, 3 years until the next halving won't be a real bear market. It'll be down a little bit, but Bitcoin will still be higher than ever. As millennials get older and get more money for investing, the more money's going to go into Bitcoin. If you think your average millennial is going to be investing in GameStop after what happened, when they can invest in something like Bitcoin, which is gone, you know, a 10,000 fold increase in 10 years, like, I think millennials are going to have a sense of accomplishment and pride with their investment strategies. And I don't think GameStop is the way to do that for like actual investing for money, for improving your assets and retiring and things like that. I think GameStop was about sticking it to the man, fucking over the billionaire bankers and this, that, and the other thing, and maybe making a little money on it at the same time. Jeremy, I did fucking get it set up. I did. What I need to do is I don't know how to airdrop shit. Like, people talk about airdropping shit. I ain't airdropping a goddamn thing. I want to just shoot some video from my phone onto the computer so that I can pull it up and play it. How do I do that? Somebody tell me how to shoot the video off my phone onto the laptop, please, and then we can go ahead and watch that shit. Share. Okay, hit the share button. I could share it on Discord. And then just pull up Discord. I could do that. Yeah, I think everyone's just pretending. Like, if they're actually trying to say that, oh, GameStop is a wonderful investment and all this bullshit, like, yeah, right. Okay, give me a break. Give me a break. I'm just supposed to believe that. My file size is too powerful. Max size 8 megabytes, please. God damn it. I feel like I should have a thing like it just shoots right to my goddamn laptop. Why don't I have that? You know what I'm saying? I feel like I should have that. It's 2020. I couldn't upload it to Discord either because of the fact that the file was too big. Oh, somebody posted a fun thing here. What do we got going on? That's a weird looking. You know how to read that shit. Copy and paste our Discord link so you can join. Join the fucking Discord, you motherfucking bitch. YouTube will never give me money, make me rich, as long as I am swearing like this, bitch. You ever seen somebody play a video of themselves singing and then they just kept playing another guy above them, and then there was another one, and then there was another one? That's wild. That's fucking wild. Okay, go on the Discord, but don't be a dick about it. Oh yeah, I think that you know, it's hyperinflated, so it's not actually gonna work. The But I do think it's gonna pop off this year when people start going back to the movies, because people just are gonna want to get the fuck out of their houses, and going to the movies is gonna be one of those things that they're gonna want to do. Anyway, people are talking about Cardano. Everyone's talking about Cardano. Everyone's talking about Cardano. Blow it up, blow it up, blow it up. Yeah, you don't say. I forgot why I was on this video, by the way. I'm gonna turn this down for a minute here. Interesting that this is creeping, even though we have these kinds of indicators going on. Oh, it's gonna pop back up, huh? Good for you. ETH is taking a little runny run, guys. Oh man, I got in the wrong fucking one. Why is it that I'm always like, if I get out of ADA, if I get in ADA, something else blows up. If I get into that thing, ADA blows up, and it's like every time I jump out of ADA, it blows up. I just jumped out of ADA, and I saw Ethereum blowing up. I was like, God damn it. Like, this is not a buy situation, right? Like, we got the MACD turned down. We got red getting bigger here. We got a double MA cross on this one, and this is just flatlined. This actually is picking up on the 5. Could go up from here a little bit. It didn't cross the VWAP. It bounced off the VWAP. Oh, look at that hash rate. Don't forget the fucking hash rate. Current is 161. Oh yeah, somebody wanted me to talk about the machine. I didn't. And then I started wanting to post a video, but then I realized I couldn't, so I didn't do any of that fucking thing. So it's working. It's working. Look at this beautiful machine, guys. You fucking kidding me? Those six gigabyte 1070 Ti GPUs are fucking beautiful. Guys, I had everything. I had everything I needed. I had the motherboard. I had the power switch. I had the CPU. I mean, I could smoke that hash rate. You could smoke it like hash, or you mean you have better hash and you could smoke it? Or both? It's a double entendre. Entendre. So, I got this thing, and it is not going together nicely. Okay, like there's little screws we have to rescrew, some cuts we have to make, some minor adjustments, some things don't want to fit. Okay, we finally got everything put together, and it looked beautiful and it was awesome. The Texas lifted the mask mandate, goes into effect next week. Well, congratulations. We'll see. Maybe you guys see some big uptick in COVID and people get hurt, or maybe nothing happens and we're all good. Anyway, so I'm building this machine, and you're only supposed to plug in one of the 6 GPUs and then start the machine up. You can't plug in 6 and just start it up and then all 6 are recognized and working. It just doesn't work that way. we have to go into BIOS, and I can't get into the fucking BIOS because the thing is so fucking fast. Like, as soon as you turn it on, it goes to the loading screen. I can't press F2 to get to the BIOS. It goes so fast, right? Little BB shooter and a shot glass with a lighter puff. Woof. Jeez, I guess you know your stuff there. And so, I'm glad I jumped out of that. I'm glad I jumped out of that, man. I built the thing, right? Have to mess around with the BIOS. Couldn't find the one of the particular BIOS that was something we looked up online that was telling us to do. And look at that. That's a fucking staircase. Have you ever seen one? The fuck? Look at this. You guys may or may not remember, but I drew this pretty much yesterday or the day before or whatever it was. Don't quote me on that, but I fucking... KB, I don't know what you're talking about. I've forgotten what we were talking about. When you're talking about kicking something with a Harley kick. Anyway, this was my trend line up here, and the way I expected it to bounce off of it, at least a little bit going upwards, and it actually did that. It fucking did that, which was really interesting. Anyway, the machine. I had to go and look up questions or to figure out, like, all right, how do you get it to recognize? We had to, like, turn it on with a GPU in it and then turn it off. Plug in one GPU, turn it back, turn it on, let it run, boot all the way up, recognize the one GPU, turn it off. Plug in the third GPU, turn it all the way back on, let it recognize the third GPU, turn it off, and do that 3 more times for all 6 GPUs. Then we found out we had to, like, update the VRAM, which we did, and it still wouldn't work. We were getting CUDA memory issues on the program, and then I was like, why? I shouldn't, right? Is it the RAM? I only got like a 4 gig Viper DDR4 RAM, which was like, it's not an impressive RAM, but like the research I did online said it would be fine. You only need 4 gigs of RAM to do one of these rigs, and so I was like, that's all I got. So I was starting to wonder if that was it. But then I started looking online some more and researching, and then I find that even though I bumped up the VRAM a lot, it wasn't nearly enough. I had to do 10,000 per card. So I had to do 60,000 plus 5,000 for the OS and everything else. So I did 65,000 on the VRAM, and that actually fixed it. So I did that. I didn't overclock any of the cards or mess with any of the fan settings or any of that yet, but I'll probably get into that at some point. But right now I'm just letting it run. Just letting it run nice and smooth, fresh out of the box, less than 2 days old. Less than 2 days, less than 48 hours this fucking thing's been running, okay? And I've made $25 in less than 48 hours. So... So, I had the rig on, right? And then we got 4 of the cards working, and the system was running on 4 cards. I'm using Ether, so you can see the Ether pool here. I'm using ethermine.org. I went and used their server. I'm using their port and all of that. I went to Windows NVIDIA here on ethermine.org, and I went to ETH Miner. So this is the batch file basically, or the app that I'm using to do the farming language, and so that's ETH Miner. And then I went to ETH Miner 18 and CUDA 10 Windows AMD 64. And I worked on the batch file. I updated the batch file. You know, you would have to do a whole video on how to make a batch file, but I made a good batch file that worked. And yeah, that's really fun. Except for the fact that it's turning down so hard. I don't think it'll hit these at all. So anyway. So I'm using ethermine.org as my pool, and you can see my address here. So I'm using, okay, so the total cost for my rig, and I paid a lot. I paid extra because, like, I went on Amazon for a lot of stuff, and I was buying stuff off. I would prefer to buy something off of somebody if they were a Prime and they could get it to me faster, and I paid extra for GPUs. Like, obviously, I paid probably twice as much as you'd need to pay for GPUs. The original build, I paid $850 per 1070 Ti. So write that down. I paid $850 times 6 for 1070 Ti's in 2021, and that should be probably a $400 GPU, or at most. And anyway, so I paid about $7,500 for the rig, and it's making currently it's estimated to be making $372 a month off of a $7,500 investment, so that's actually pretty profitable. I say it like this, guys. I'm going to have a $10,000 rig that I just ordered last night that I'm going to be building on Saturday, and that rig is 6 times 2070s, and it should probably be $500-600 easily. And this one is $370, and the other one's $570. You know, we're talking about $950 a month that I would be getting at current Ethereum prices and volumes. If it goes up, it goes up. But at the end of this month, I'm expecting $950 in Ethereum, which I guess would be like over half. So I'm expecting over half in Ethereum a month. In 4 months, I'll have 2 whole Ethereum. And in 8 months, I'll have 4 Ethereum. So let's say let's say the price of Ethereum is still up in 8 months, which probably not going to be, because everyone expects the bull market to be over by about September. But let's say in November, I would have I forget where I was at on how many I was going to get. Let me see. Over half. No, so at the worst, I think I would get a half a Bitcoin per month. So in 8 months, I would have 4 Bitcoin. And if they were at $2,000, which if Bitcoin's at, or if Ethereum is at, I didn't mean to say Bitcoin as many times as I must have. If Ethereum is at $2,000 in 8 months, which would be sad as hell, I would have 4, and that'd be $8,000. I would have paid off one of the first rig. If I would say, hopefully, worst case scenario, I'll have paid off the first rig by the end of this year, and then they can both work to pay off the second one within another year. And that's worst case scenario, assuming Ethereum doesn't go jacked up in price in the next 8 months. So my new build, 6 2070s. That's 1923 a day. If we do the math on that, that's $570 a month. So if my first rig makes $370 a month, $372.29, and my second rig makes what it's supposed to make, then I'll be getting $949.19 a month. At current Ethereum rates, I would be getting $950 a month. So if we rounded that up to 1,000, that would be 20 months. So why don't you mine in Sparkpool? I don't know. Why? What's good about Sparkpool? Is it better than Ethermine? Probably because most of the guides I've read point me to Ethermine. Like, if you type in like Ethereum mining guide for starters, or like how to start Ether mining, or any of the combination of any kind of thing that you would do to research how to start Ethereum mining, Ethermine is always one of the top reported ones, and then I'm not sure that Sparkpool is even mentioned, so I don't know. I'm sure it's good. I've heard of HiveOS, like one of the guys on the chat mines for profit, pretty good profit. He says he makes more from mining than he makes in his paycheck. And if you see him, say hi to him. He's in the chat sometimes. He's been and he's in the armed services, so we thank him. Do they pay more? Is it known? Because I'm not beholden to ethermine.org. If somebody knows an actual good mining pool that's known to be better for some particular reason, I'm willing to try it for sure. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how do I even find out who's paying more? You know, and how do I find out who pays more? I guess I don't know. They say NiceHash pays pretty good, but I put NiceHash on my computer and it was like a virus. I couldn't close it. I couldn't stop it. I couldn't Control-Alt-Delete Task Manager stop it. I went on their website to stop it through the website and couldn't. I couldn't delete the file, and it would just come back to life. And it was wild. It was fucking wild. I had to like reboot the computer in safe mode to delete NiceHash because it's such a virus. Yes, I know ETH 2.0 is poised to fuck up the plan for Ethereum mining, but that's okay because I'm happy to begin mining one of the other currencies as well. I'm hearing such good things about Raven that I almost wanted to mine Raven coin instead of Ethereum in the first place. So if they go ETH 2.0 and fucking kick all the miners off the blockchain, I'll fucking fuck around with Raven for a while. I don't know. The difference isn't much, but Ethermine uses Penis as payout. Sparkpool uses Penis Plus, which sounds nicer. It definitely sounds better if I had to choose one style. The plus size would be the way to go. You know, I'm pretty sure that I've been flagged in YouTube's algorithm for like swearing, and that's why they don't ever send anybody my way. They're like 100% likes. You got 100% likes. Oh, but you used the F word. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Get out of here. And speaking of it, you know, if you would, anybody just maybe click the like button, the thumbs up, the bell, the Patreon, the Kraken. I believe there's a Pi link, and just like click all the links in the description. Okay. I want to quit my job. I want to do this full time. I like this. I like this more than working. And I can't do it without you guys giving me enough money so that I can quit my job. You guys help me help you. That would be just approved Bitcoin transactions. Iran just approved Bitcoin transactions. That's great news. That's great news. And did you guys hear about the news? Amazon has a blockchain, and I don't even know what they said in the article, but Ethereum is going to be available on the Amazon blockchain. Does anybody know more about that? That's a pretty big deal. Amazon is in bed with Ethereum on their blockchain, people. Did you fucking hear what I just said? I'm tired. I just don't understand it. Okay, I've done research on the YouTube algorithm, and getting banned for and the kids' content stuff and all of that. I've done the research. Okay, and this is what they said. Don't swear in the first minute or minute and a half of the video. They don't care if you can, like, there's tons and tons of content on YouTube where you can just fucking swear, right? But don't do it in the first minute and a half. That's the thing. I explained blockchain and what Bitcoin is and what Ethereum is and like what a farmer is to my wife today, because she's like been grilling me. She's like, "What are you farming? What's a farmer? What's a fucking farmer, you know?" Shane? Whoa, Shane gave me a tip and I missed it. Shane gave me a tip 7 days ago. I think I did teach that. If not, I will. If you see Shane in the chat, say hi, point him out. I need to ask him something. Because I'm having a fucking brain fart. It's so funny how much Dogecoin is still being talked about. I just think that's a bad idea. Tezos way up. Curve is up 17.5%. Okay. Basic attention token up 16%. Oh my OMG. Kava up 10. Oregon up 35. Melon up 10. Alright. I'm not making any profits. I've been out of the game a lot lately because we just seem to be on a downward trend, and we haven't we're getting ready to pounce, and hence the name of the video. We're getting ready to pounce. I think we've made our, I can barely tell, 1 day chart. Let's go here. Boom and boom, boom. Now, see this? This is the 1 day chart, people. This is the 1 day chart, and it's so fucking juicy. It's unbelievable how juicy the 1 day chart is, guys. Okay? Look at where we're at. Look at the MACD right here. We are turning up. We are poised to basically do what we did right here. The same situation, right? Look what happened. Look what happened when we were here. You had this, and then boom. Look at the MACD. Turns up. And that's an 85% increase in a month right there. That's an 85% increase in 24 days. This is what we're looking at right now. This is our current situation. The MACD, look at it, it's turning up right here. We've bottomed out. We've bottomed out. I believe we've bottomed out here. And this is why I'm saying, like, I don't think you're going to get Bitcoin ever again for 42,000 in this bull run. I don't think you're getting Bitcoin for 42,000 in this bull run, people. 43,000, you know. For $43,016, you're not going to see that again. Because I think what happens is we go ahead and make our move. And as I've drawn this repeatedly, I think this goes up to 70,000. Right about here. 70,000, end of March, early April. Yep. It's happening. It's happening. I'm so excited too because I got out of Bitcoin. Probably look for a good in and then like just hodl. Look for a good in and then put like 30% of all of your potential investments for crypto into Bitcoin, like 30%. So let's say you invest 10 grand into crypto and you put 30% of it into Bitcoin when you find a good buy-in, because we're leaving this joint. Okay, we're leaving this joint. We're not here at 43,000 ever again. Not ever again, but for this bull run anyway. I think. Yeah, so I'm excited about Bitcoin getting ready to turn up and go ballistic on us up to 70,000 over the next month. That's the plan. That's the plan. You heard it here first. Probably you didn't. You probably heard it other places. I'm thinking 70,000 end of April, early March. That's a 50% increase. You're welcome. Okay, what else? I talked about my 2 rigs. I talked about how I'm excited about them. I talked about life, love, happiness. I think I talked about everything there is to talk about in the world. So maybe I'll call it here. Do a little bit more of my primary income career for money, and then see if my wife is interested in talking to me in the middle of the night, violently, and then go from there. So it's been a pleasure. Thank you everybody for hanging out. I'm gonna jet. We'll see you soon. Hopefully it'll be on tomorrow. Peace.